like Tua, man. Tua, really good dude, but it is humbling after you lose by 28 points, America. Joy, you are the resident Dolphins fans, along with your boy. But did the Bills, what? Well, you are.
You want to tag on, like, it's all right. I'll do the heavy lifting.
I got you. I'm a cosign.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a cosign right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just can't claim the resident Dolphins fan because
you
you are a
can't
resident Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. This hurts me to ask. I apologize in advance, but did the Bills put the Dolphins back in their place?
In the division, sure. The Dolphins, we got excited.
We did.
Tend to do that after putting 70 up on a team in the NFL. So you felt good about yourselves, and rightfully so. But in the division, the Bills are still them boys. They're still at the top. And until you really go into their house and win like that, with this current team, it's going to be hard to argue against that. Now, there's a lot of football left to play.
Ton of it.
They're still, right there in the divisional race. There's a lot that can happen. But I think the Bills put their foot down and said, no, not yet. And I think it showed a lot about really where the Dolphins are as a team, because they were the #1 offense going into this weekend.
No doubt.
They had reason to feel good about themselves and the trend in which they were going. However, that defense is going to end up being a problem, because when you go up against an elite team that's playing at that high of a level, because obviously the Bills have shown this season to play badly as well, you got to be able to match that. You got to be able to get stops. You got to be able to support your offense. You can't be a lopsided team. And right now, that's what the Dolphins look like. So I think they're in a good situation going into this weekend, after they're playing the team that we just talked about. But in the division, yeah.
I co-sign, man. It's 2-5. You played for the Bills. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Miami Dolphins. But objectively speaking, man, the Bills put the Dolphins back where they belong, if you're a Bills fan, behind Miami. Like, we don't care who else back there. We just know y'all back there somewhere. We don't care who else standing in line. Now, again, let me couch it. Dolphins had some offensive linemen missing. I will couch it. Dolphins had Deshaun Elliott, starting safety, missing. But I can't talk about all that, because at the end of the day, the players on the field play the game.
That's it.
And they got beat down. If it would have been a 2-point game, I'm not saying none of this.
No doubt.
Last year, the Bills beat the Dolphins by 3 in the regular season. The Dolphins beat the Bills by 2 in the regular season. I ain't saying none of this. But when you lose by 28, like, I can't even say nothing with confidence outside of Josh Allen, dog, Bills, dog, McDermott, dog. Josh Allen is 5-1 versus Tua, absolute monster. Josh Allen is saying, I am better than them, point blank, period, 2-5. So I got to be honest. The Bills did put the Dolphins behind them. Dolphins, I think, still have a generational offense. Let's not get it twisted. #1 in points, #1 in yards, still. But for right now, they behind the Bills.
I mean, I just love it, though. I truly love it, because I know who Josh Allen truly is, right? Playing with him, knowing the competitor is. So when you ask me that did the Bills put the Dolphins back in their place? Yes. Y'all little bro. Come on. y'all down here, and we on another level, right? On a lot of different services, though. Like, I'm going to say with Tua, and I do love Tua. I'm starting to like him even more. Smart quarterback, but even his press conferences, you start to fall in love with him. But him and Josh Allen. Josh said, yo, it's another level between us. You had a nice little hot here and there, right, moments. But I'm the real dog here. And the AFC East, I've been winning for the last 3 years. That's going to be another 4 years. That's one part. The other part is McDaniel, right? Hell of a coach. But Sean McDermott is a really, really good coach. And he has his number. Since they've been playing and meeting up, he's 3-1 against McDaniel. So as far as the team, as far as the players and the coaches. And then the last part is on offense, the Dolphins are explosive, super smart, great detail with everything they do. He knows he wants to go with the ball, all them skilled players. But you want him against a really, really good defense and the Bills. And all the Bills wins, the defenses are playing really, really good. And Josh Allen's been playing really, really good. So I just think with that matchup, it just set them back and, like, listen, it's levels. It's levels.
They absolutely put them in their place. They let them know that, hey, this is our division, and it's our division for a reason the last 3 years. And we just showed you guys why again. And they humbled them boys, because I've been on some teams where we started undefeated and won games the way the Dolphins has won games. You got to come back in the game to score 30-plus points. You do that, right? You in a little dogfight with the Patriots, got to play some good defense. You find a way to win that one. And then you put up 70.
Right.
And as you're walking in the locker room at scoring 70 points, you tapping your boys like, we're going to the Super Bowl and can't nobody do nothing about it. You know, that's how you talking in the locker room. If you watch anybody talking to the media, they like, we like that. You know, so this was one of them ones like, y'all did well the first 3 weeks, right? Stop reading your press clippings, right? Keep your head down, get back to work, because like you said, it is levels to this. And when you are playing Super Bowl contenders and you want to be a championship football team, you cannot look like that against them, right? You beat the Chargers, you beat the Patriots, and you put 70 on the Broncos. Ain't none of them Super Bowl contenders. Right?
Am I tripping, James? Obviously, you are the coach at the desk. You coach your son's Little League teams, middle school teams. I'm not entirely sure. Am I tripping to say this was a good loss for the Dolphins? Tua said in his post-game presser, he said it was humbling for some of us. Mm-hmm. He didn't say it was humbling for everybody. Mm-hmm. He said it was humbling for some of us, implying some people needed to be humble. Yeah. Obviously, they got a lot of young boys on the squad. Coach is young, literally by age and by head coaching experience. A-Chain, who is, I think, second in the league in touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, third-round pick. He a young boy. They got a lot of young boys. Jalen Waddle, he a young boy. Is it fair to say that this loss will pay dividends for the Dolphins going forward?
I believe so, because they do got a lot of young players that is contributing and that need to go out there and make plays. And the reason why I say that is when I came in the league as a rookie, we was 13-3 with Brett Favre. And I'm like, what everybody talking about this league hard to win in? Like, this easy. You know what I'm saying? Then the next year we come out and we 6-10.
Yep.
And Aaron Rodgers' first year, and I'm like, bro, we can't win a game. Mm-hmm. You know, so them rookies coming in there, and like I say, even some of the guys that's in the middle of the pack, second, third year, thinking like, oh, yeah, we like that. This is what it is. No, sit down, right? Because we ain't played them Patties. We ain't played the Josh Allens. We ain't played them teams that's ready to compete. We ain't there yet. So it's humbling for these dudes, and it's good for them because, like I said, put your head down, get back to work because we ain't done nothing. But I do think the Dolphins can bounce back from this with what they got on their roster.
Yeah, I mean, the season's not over.
No.
They're going to play them again at home at the end of the season.
No doubt.
It will probably be a very important game, the way that the AFC is shaping up. But this is why I said if they won this game, it was going to be that impactful. It was going to be that big of a message because of the way that they were winning in different ways and then coming off of that 70-point win. To go into Buffalo and beat Josh Allen and the Bills, who were at the top of the division for the past 3 years, would have sent a very significant message, not just to the Bills, not just to the AFC, but to the league, because the Bills have been like that for the past couple of years. To lose the way that they did is the opposite of that message. We have a lot more work to do. And I think that they know that, and I think they'll make the adjustments. And, again, they're going to be getting some pieces back as well. They're not completely healthy on defense, but look, having a great offense is tremendous and is very important. We talk about quarterbacks getting paid and offensive coaches and all that, but you also have to have a defense that is, at the very least, serviceable. You can't have the field wide open. You can't be giving away easy stuff. You can't let people have historic days on you. And if that's what this is going to be for the rest of the season, I don't think it will be, that's going to be a problem. Like, you just can't compete with the elite teams like that.
Shady, real quick, before we go to break, talk me through the mental advantage that the Bills currently hold, not just over the division, but over the Dolphins. You've been a part of the Bills when they weren't very good, but you've been a part of the teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, who knew they were going to win the division. The Bucs with Tom Brady, you knew you were going to win the division. The Philadelphia Eagles, there was a stretch in there, obviously Eagles, Cowboys, Giants snuck in there in 2011. There was a stretch in there after you showed up in Philly where you knew y'all had a chokehold on the division. Talk to me about the mental advantage that the Bills have over the division, if any at all.
You know, when you play a divisional opponent, like, you know them very well. You know what type of coverage Tre'Davious White's going to give you, right? You know what type of coverage Extra's going to give you. You know what type of passes Josh Allen and capabilities he can do. You know what Tua was thinking. So we know each other so well. And I think once you start dominating the team over and over again, it's like no matter how the game is going mentally, we got these boys. Yeah. We got these boys. Close game, we got these boys. We gonna blow these boys out because you know each other so well. And I just think that from the coach all the way down to the quarterback to the team, I think that the Bills just have that mentally where we gonna beat the Dolphins no matter if it's home or away. And that's what they've been doing.
Last year, the Dolphins saw the Bills 3 times. Obviously, it came down to that playoff game. You can anticipate that next matchup is going to be spicy as well. Before we head to break, it's everybody's favorite time of the show. It's time for Speed Trivia. This one is actually challenging, I must admit. We're probably going to need the jib to get a little bit closer to help the audience at home read it. Prior to CMC this season, who is the last running back with 600-plus scrimmage yards and 7-plus touchdowns through the first 4 weeks of the season? Prior to CMC this season, Christian McCaffrey, who was the last running back, 600-plus scrimmage yards, 7-plus touchdowns through the first 4 weeks of the season. Tweet at us your answers, please, and come back.
And that is not, is that a fake? Is that a fake cutout?
That is fake.
Okay.
That might be Mohan.
No more.
Whose goal is it?
Hint. Hint. He's a Hall of Fame running back. That's the only hint I'm giving y'all.
Oh.
He's currently in the Hall.
He's in the Hall.
He's currently in the Hall.
I
That's
know
the
that.
only
I know that
hint
one there.
I'm giving.
I know that
Tweeted
one
us the answers. Right answer after the break.
I know who it is. Who it is.
I think I got it. He's in the Hall.
I bet I didn't see it.
I know
It gotta be boom or boom. That's
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.